One day after a federal judge ordered the Rowan County clerk to issue marriage licenses, several couples put the order to the test. How the clerk's office responded when they showed up to get licenses.
And another gorgeous day is underway outside, and it'll continue into tomorrow, but we'll start tracking small rain chances. I'll take a closer look coming up.
Also, a Central Kentucky veteran with no family is laid to rest. How hundreds of strangers made sure he's not forgotten.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. It's another really nice day in the bluegrass. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington, where it's sunny and 80 degrees right now. So how long will this nice weather last? Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has a first look at the forecast. Jim?
The overall nice level will continue, it looks like. We're talking about the temperatures and just that nice fall-like feel. However, we're going to start tracking a few small shower chances here and there. We look outside right now here at the station, and you're seeing the clouds mixing in out there, and you see across the road the hay bales are all rolled up, it looks like. So finally getting in a nice dry period to get some of that type of activity done outside as well. Right now we're at 79 here in Lexington, coming in with a northerly wind around 9 miles per hour. Now the humidity, it's not off the charts, but it impacts our temperature very slightly. It has a feels-like temperature outside of 80 degrees. We're talking about comfortable levels either way you look at it. Here's what Defender's showing, and that'd be a whole lot of nothing for us on this Thursday. Tomorrow, I think the best chance to run into maybe a scattered shower or two will show up across southern and eastern parts of Kentucky. Our 24-hour planner reveals that as well. We go through the evening, mix of sun and clouds. Overnight and early tomorrow morning, maybe around 59 at 8 o'clock as folks are up and out and about, and then a small chance of a shower or thunder shower tomorrow. We'll take a closer look at that with the actual hour-by-hour forecast and the model data coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Jim. Just one day after a judge issued an injunction requiring the Rowan County clerk to issue marriage licenses, the clerk's office defied that ruling and refused to give licenses to several couples. Clerk Kim Davis is not in the office today, but a deputy clerk says Davis's attorneys said to continue refusing licenses to same-sex couples. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is live in Moorhead with our top story at 4. Garrett?
The couples who came here today to get a marriage license were turned away despite the federal judge's ruling yesterday. Many of the couples say they're upset and they're frustrated, but they're not giving up. The Rowan County Courthouse has been a busy place today. Folks with signs supporting the couples lined the street outside the courthouse. They got some honks and they got some cheers, but they also got some criticism from passing cars. Inside the courthouse, workers still were not issuing those marriage licenses. Couples came even from other counties to try to get one. Sahara Gentry and Kayla Stamper are from Madison County. They say they came to get their license here to make a point.
Even though I'm not a citizen of Rowan County, we're both still citizens of Kentucky, and that still makes us mad that just an hour away from our hometown, people who have paid taxes and lived here their whole life are still being denied the right that every other citizen here has.
Employees inside the clerk's office say Clerk Kim Davis is on a scheduled vacation right now. Her attorneys say they advised the office not to issue the marriage licenses until the appeal is resolved. Live in Rowan County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Davis's attorney filed that appeal immediately after the ruling yesterday. This morning, attorneys filed a request to stay the injunction requiring Davis to issue licenses. Judge David Bunning has asked both sides for a response to the request for a stay before he decides on it. We're tracking a breaking news alert right now in eastern Kentucky. The Clay County Sheriff's Office is on the scene of a stabbing and shooting. Deputies tell us it happened just about a half hour ago at a home in the Big Creek community east of Manchester. Investigators say a woman stabbed a man who then shot the woman. We don't know the extent of their injuries at this time. We could find out later today if more evidence in a high-profile bourbon theft case will be made available to the public. 10 people are accused in the theft of $100,000 worth of bourbon from 2 Kentucky distilleries. An attorney for the Louisville Courier-Journal says the media has a right to see the evidence. But an attorney for Gilbert Kurtzinger, the accused ringleader, says doing that would deny the suspects a fair trial. It'll be a busy Halloween this year in Lexington. October 31st is a Saturday. It's also the day of the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland and a home UK football game. That has some people concerned about the safety of trick-or-treaters. According to our partners at the Herald-Leader, one Urban County Council member has suggested moving trick-or-treating to the night before Halloween. But Mayor Jim Gray's staff says there are no plans to move the holiday festivities. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. Hundreds of people turning out today to say goodbye to a war veteran. Don Koss, of Mercer County, died in Lexington, but the sailor who served in Vietnam did not have a family that planned his service. So Ramsey Young Funeral Home in Lancaster did the honors instead. More than an hour before that service began, an incredible sight. A crowd of people showing up to Camp Nelson. They said that they either heard about it on Facebook or saw it on the news and wanted to pay their final respects.
But when I saw the newscast on yesterday that you reported, something within my heart just said, you have to be there for this man.
And they were there. We are told that Koss served on several submarines during his service in Vietnam. We'll have more on that service coming up on WKYT News at 4:30. A sinkhole disrupting drop-offs at Frankfort High School this morning. The buses and other traffic had to be detoured to the back of the school because the sinkhole is at the intersection right in front of the building. Crews started working on repairs today. They also hope to figure out what caused the sinkhole as they try to fix it. Coming up on WKYT News at 5 o'clock, you'll hear from the Emergency Management Director on when they expect to open that intersection back up. And that's a look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Now to stories making headlines around the world at 4. Authorities in China are trying to determine what sparked 2 deadly explosions in the northern port city of Tianjin. Officials say the initial blast took place at a warehouse for hazardous materials. Several firefighters are among the dozens dead. Hundreds of others have been admitted to hospitals. Several people were hurt at a Minneapolis concert when part of the ceiling collapsed during a show. The fire department says crews evacuated First Avenue building. 2 of the injured were taken to the hospital. One person at the concert told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune the band Theory of a Dead Man had just finished its 4th song when the musicians suddenly ran off the stage. 2 aides to Hillary Rodham Clinton say they have agreed not to delete any work-related emails. The pledges from Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills are in response to a federal judge's order to preserve their records. The disclosures were in court documents submitted by the State Department as part of a public records lawsuit by a conservative group. Also, Clinton's lawyer confirms he gave the Justice Department a thumb drive with about 30,000 emails from Clinton's tenure as Secretary of State. He said Clinton's private server has also been turned over. Former President Jimmy Carter will undergo cancer treatment at an Atlanta hospital. The 90-year-old Nobel laureate announced the diagnosis yesterday, but didn't reveal what kind of cancer he has. President Barack Obama talked to President Carter last night and wished him a full and speedy recovery.